Welcome back to the Ed Show. We have breaking news in the effort to recall Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin. Organizers are now prepared to take the next crucial step. And it's fitting this is happening at a time when the country is watching the evolution of a nationwide protest movement. It was just 8 months ago when 100,000 people protested the anti-union budget of Governor Scott Walker in Wisconsin. Those protests led to the recall of Republican state senators. And now the move to recall the governor of Wisconsin is official. Let's bring in the chairman of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, Mike Tate. Mike, good to have you with us tonight. What can you tell us? What is the next critical step? And where are we tonight? What is the breaking news? What are you doing?
Well, thanks for having me on, Ed, and thanks for everything you've done to help keep Wisconsin at the forefront of everything that's happened in this country. The Democratic Party has been working with grassroots activists from around the state, groups like United Wisconsin and the
Welcome back to the Ed Show. We have breaking news in the effort to recall Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin. Organizers are now prepared to take the next crucial step. And it's fitting this is happening at a time when the country is watching the evolution of a nationwide protest movement. It was just 8 months ago when 100,000 people protested the anti-union budget of Governor Scott Walker in Wisconsin. Those protests led to the recall of Republican state senators. And now the move to recall the governor of Wisconsin is official. Let's bring in the chairman of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, Mike Tate. Mike, good to have you with us tonight. What can you tell us? What is the next critical step? And where are we tonight? What is the breaking news? What are you doing?
Well, thanks for having me on, Ed, and thanks for everything you've done to help keep Wisconsin at the forefront of everything that's happened in this country. The Democratic Party has been working with grassroots activists from around the state, groups like United Wisconsin and the many other groups that have sprung up to figure out what is the next step we can take to stop Scott Walker's radical agenda. And we have come through a series of meetings with all these grassroots activists to the conclusion that we do need to recall him from office. And we are going to officially file to recall him from office on November 15th. And that'll begin the process to collect the signatures we need to recall him from office. And people can go to the recallwalkerhq.com to learn more about it. But this is a big deal. It's a very serious thing to take on, but we think it's important for the state of Wisconsin.
So November 15th is the big day, and then you've got 60 days to get over 500,000 signatures. Is that correct?
That is correct. We need 540,206 valid signatures, Ed, and obviously we're going to shoot to collect over 600,000 signatures. But we are putting together the resources, the team, the staff, the volunteers that we need to collect signatures from every single corner of Wisconsin, and this is going to be a grassroots effort, and we are prepared and ready to take this effort on.
Can you get Can you get 500,000 signatures?
I think we can. You know, we saw the people of Ohio get about 1 million signatures for an initiative there last month. We've done the math. We've done the numbers. We are very well prepared. And we're just asking people if they are in Wisconsin, they help us out with signatures. If they're not in Wisconsin, they contribute $3 or $4 or $5 to our effort. We believe we can do this, and we believe it's too important to wait. And Wisconsin simply can't wait. We cannot afford any more days of Scott Walker as our governor.
So, Mike Tate, tell us, when will the recall election take place? If you get the 540,206 signatures within the 60-day window, you submit them, they're legitimate. I would imagine the Secretary of State would play a role in making sure that they are legitimate. When would the recall election likely be held?
Well, it's actually not the Secretary of State. We have a nonpartisan, supposedly nonpartisan board, the Government Accountability Board, that will review the signatures. And we're thinking, no one can predict with certainty, but we're thinking likely around in May or sometime in the early spring that there will be an effort. It likely won't be on the state's Republican presidential primary, which is April 3rd. It'll likely be sometime after that. But, we are in uncharted territory. This has never happened before in Wisconsin. It's only happened successfully once in American history. So we are going to make history here in Wisconsin, and we will take it as it comes, and we're going to get the signatures, and we're going to recall our governor.
Do you think he'll be recalled? I mean, where is Walker with the people of Wisconsin this night?
We released a polling memo just today of some research we did in the last month that shows that Scott Walker is universally unpopular, that if voters had an option to recall him from office today, they would prefer recalling him. Well over 50% of the voters said they would recall him from office. You know, realize that Scott Walker lied to the people of Wisconsin during his campaign for governor. He never talked about the divisive things he has pushed through. He never talked about how he was going to govern for the few. He never talked about declaring war on the middle class and removing collective bargaining rights for our state's workers. The people of Wisconsin feel duped by Scott Walker, who has governed this runaway freight train, and we need to stop him. And the best way to do that is to start gathering signatures November 15th and have a recall election early next year.
Well, it's going to take thousands of signatures per day. Do you have enough boots on the ground to get this done?
I can tell you that there are people in every corner of this state that are excited and ready and mobilized. And like I said, groups like United Wisconsin and many others have been working these grassroots. We've had over 200,000 people sign up on the United Wisconsin website alone to say that they will sign on and recall the Governor Walker. And if you go to recallwalkerhq.com, you can find out more about that. I am very confident we can get these signatures. Now, waging this campaign, Ed, we think Scott Walker can put together $70 million in Koch brother money, in corporate-fueled money. So this is going to be tough. This is not a cakewalk. As universally unpopular as Scott Walker is, we need to be ready for a big fight here. But it's too important to wait. And I think that we will prevail at the end of the day.
Okay, so the recall effort on Governor Scott Walker in Wisconsin is officially underway. That is our news tonight. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time. Mike Tate, the chairman of the Democratic Party in Wisconsin.